There were so many instances in that class where it would be people. I would try to do collaborative stuff with people, and they would just be slow with it. Not like slow as in like mentally disabled. Slow as in like taking.
Really, get out! Get out! Stop slapping her with her shoe and slam her in the other direction.
Dun 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 dun. Is this working?
Maybe.
Think so. All right. Latest headline from this week.
Dr. Disrespect is a pedophile?
Oh, actually do explain this to me. I'm really confused.
So 3 hours ago, he admitted it.
What?
Kind of.
Wait a minute.
So
Speak on that.
the doc,
Because I kind of liked this guy. I didn't really know much about him.
he mysteriously got banned from Twitch in 2020. And it was like right after he got a big contract signed with them. So he filed a big lawsuit about it because like he wanted the money. And so he apparently won the lawsuit because at first he was saying he didn't know why, but then at a certain point in he was like, yeah, I am aware why. But whatever. So he filed a lawsuit. He won the lawsuit. He got the contract paid out.
Damn.
But then a few days ago, someone came out who was like the ex-strategy officer of Twitch or something, or some fucking position like that. And he said how apparently Doc was banned because he was inappropriately sexting a minor on the Twitch Whispers, which is like the Twitch messaging thing. And Doc was originally denying it, but he was denying it in very legal speak that wasn't really denying it. So he was like, there was no wrongdoing acknowledged. The contract was paid out. I'm not talking about this anymore. It's like, well, bro, why didn't you just say you didn't sext a minor? But then just a few hours ago, I think there's a Bloomberg article that came out about it because more sources have come out and like more.
So the NDA term limit was ended.
That's presumably why they're speaking out now. But so more sources, I think credible sources are coming out now, and you see more credible news sources talking about it. And so like there was a Bloomberg article that came out at some point in the last 12 hours. And then I think presumably because of that, Doc came out and released like a full statement that was essentially like, yeah, I did have inappropriate messages with a minor, but it wasn't illegal.
Why isn't it illegal?
I don't know. He's like, it's not actually that bad or something. Like, I'm not actually like, he never said the word pedo, but he was like, he implied like, I'm not actually a pedo.
What? Dr. Disrespect. Of course he's trending.
So this was also yesterday. It came out that Dr. Disrespect's game company kicked him out. They like did an internal investigation and then they kicked him out.
Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. And I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. Bullshit. First and foremost, I do apologize to everyone in the community as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio.
Yeah.
Is that his game studio?
Yeah. And so yesterday midday, like near the end of his stream, he at one point like silently presumably looked at his phone and then kind of got more quiet and depressed afterwards and was saying how he's going to take a break from everything. And then like, which people speculate is because he found out he was going to get kicked out of the game studio, because then shortly after the game studio made a statement that they did an investigation and decided they were kicking him.
A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people with high career ambitions, families, and I never want to jeopardize that culture that we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. There are real intentions behind these messages. Absolutely not.
He made an edit after this was posted where he took out minor, but then he edited it back in. I don't know why.
Weird. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These are casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lead too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear. There's not a criminal case brought against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult. A husband. Oh, he's got a wife?
Yeah, so this is the second time he's cheated on her.
Oh, he's done it before.
Yeah, that was a whole thing previously of him cheating on his wife. That was like his first controversy.
Ooh. Should have never entertained these conversations to begin with, and that's on me. That's me as an adult, a husband and a father. I should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all of the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm not a fucking predator or pedophilia. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me and knows where I stand on those things with those type of people, fuck that. The different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst shit with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But I think that I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, my community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine.
Continue.
If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. But you don't have to support me anymore. Just know that you've always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but it's not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made the mistake all those years ago. It was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned
also,
on stream.
He's 40.
And I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. Wait, go to the A minor part.
Well,
and crank it.
So I already saw someone make a parody of that about Dr.
About
Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect? That's crazy.
Yeah, let's see if I can find it real quick.
Minor is trending.
I mean, I assume it's for the same reason. So yeah, that's what Dr. Disrespect is doing.
Crazy.
Have you seen the original Shungite clip?
Mm-mm.
So this was like pretty soon before his ban. He started going off the deep end some. And or actually he started going off the deep end and like thinking that like 5G was crazy and stuff. And so
what is shungite?
Just watch this.
Anyways, I bought a whole bunch of shungite rocks. Do you know what shungite is? Anybody know what shungite is?
No, not Suge.
No, not shugnite.
He's locked.
I think he's locked up in
prison.
prison.
Talking shungite.
Talking shungite.
Anyway, it's like 2 billion year old, like rock.
Anyways,
stone.
It's a 2 billion year old like rock stone that protects against frequencies and unwanted frequencies that may be traveling in the air. That's my story. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, put them around the La Casa, little pyramids, stuff like that.
That's just not how electromagnetic frequencies work.
I got a whole bunch of shungite, like rocks, stone.
It's scary that you know that entire clip.
No, I don't. I just was reading off this description right here. I know it. I know the loose bits of it.
Shungite.
Oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that.
What?
I closed Firefox.
Oh, bruh. Does that mean you just messed up OOBS?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I had to redo that.
Bunch of shungite.
No, Not shungite. I think he's locked up in prison.
That's pretty funny.
Little rocks, stone, little pyramids. Put them all around La Casa.
I like how he said La Casa.
La Casa. Yeah, it was a Twitch meme. It's been a Twitch meme for like however many years.
Bunch of shungite.
Fucking rocks, stone.
I always lean too far back in this seat.
Yeah.
It doesn't look flattering on the images.
I don't know. Dude, we're shooting a podcast
That's true.
with amateur lighting. I don't know how to.
No, but I mean, it's like my angle.
Oh.
I'm not presenting myself well.
Hey guys, what is up?
Yeah.
Would you like to come back to La Casa? What were you gonna say?
I had like a bit. I just mentioned it to you. Over there.
I don't know.
I was like, do you remember blank?
Tapu, which
Tapu
we've already
tapu.
talked about on the podcast.
Okay, good. As long as we talked about it. Just make sure I spread the gospel of the tapu tapu.
I don't get the obsession with the
I
tapu
love the tapu tapu.
It's just
Eliminates lines.
It's just a little NFC
A lot of
chip.
lines eliminated.
Just an NFC chip.
Good. Very simple.
You can do it with your phone.
I wish
Oh, but your
Parks did
phone
it.
would get beat up in the thing.
Yeah.
In a water slide.
Yeah. That's why tapu tapu is fantastic.
Whatever.
They should license the technology of the tapu tapu.
They probably have.
Not to Disney.
Doesn't Disney quite literally have their own wristbands?
Yeah, but they don't have screens. You can't like ping into shit. Remember the tapu tapu had a screen.
Dude, it's Disney. They probably know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, but they suck. Have you ever been to a Disney park recently?
Yeah, but they optimize it to all hell.
But it sucks.
I know, but they're trying actively to always optimize it.
But it sucks.
So they probably would have thought of it. Have you seen the Defunct Land video about this?
No, I have not.
Do you know who Defunct Land is?
I have no idea who that is.
It is a YouTuber who does a lot of videos on like theme parks and stuff. He has like a long 1.5 hour video all about like Disney and Fast Pass and stuff.
Defunct Land.
Here. Disney's Fast Pass. It's a great video. Where they go through, talk about how Fast Pass was created, its changes over time. Essentially just outlining how fucking ridiculous it is.
Maybe I'll watch that on my way
Yeah, it's something actually
to Orlando tonight.
something actually entertaining rather than a 2-hour video about the different states of Pan Am.
It was interesting. I don't understand any of it, but it was interesting.
Okay.
Is that like something I can put on and listen to?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I got to drive.
I mean, there might be some little things that you won't be able to see, but it's mostly like a
I
video
can
essay
watch
kind
an
of thing.
entire 2-hour video on Pan Am without knowing no details.
Ridiculous.
Pretty good, though.
Yeah, maybe.
I still have no interest in watching the Hunger Games.
They're just like generic movies. Whatever. We can't fall into the same trap of talking about it again.
What about Divergent? You ever watch Divergent? That's the one where it's kind of like Hunger Games, I think. But they have like different things. They get sorted into different factions.
Yeah. I think I watched like half of the first movie.
See, we're like opposites.
What, you love it?
No, I don't love it. It's a little stressful for me. But I watched the full movie of that. But you only watched half of
Yeah, but I didn't
I only watched half of Hunger
I didn't
Games.
stop watching it because I was a wimp.
Why did you stop watching it then?
Because it was in the middle of like a TV production phony party that was like really shoddily run in 6th grade. Where it was like, yeah, we'll just throw this on.
Can we talk about how hype those 2 years were?
What?
Those were a great 2 years. That was the
The
only reason
TV
I got through
production?
middle school.
Yeah, they were cool, but it was a mess. We were in TV production for 2 years.
But we had a great time.
We had a good time. We
considering
also
the-
had a lot of shit times.
This is true. I almost killed myself over a media specialist.
You're exaggerating, but yeah, she wasn't great.
She sucked, Miss Gallbladder, small bladder, who cares? Looked like a bladder, smelled like one too.
Okay. She wasn't great by far. No, but that class was good, but it was a fucking mess.
Why was it a mess?
Do you
We're
think
middle schoolers.
Yeah, but
we were middle schoolers.
I know, but it was a class run by middle schoolers for the most part.
And look at what we were able to pull off.
Yeah, but if it was managed more properly, we probably could have done even cooler things.
As soon as you got a real class with Mr. Vu, you revolted.
Jay, don't fuck too much with the cord. I worry it might cause crunchiness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But what?
Well, because we had a great teacher beforehand, and then we got Vu, who wasn't... He was a total different change of pace from Mr. Scott, who we had beforehand. Mr. Scott was laid back and passionate. Vu was like upbeat and like kind of interested.
Because he was a math guy. He doesn't know about video.
Yeah, he was trying to teach us about advertising. And we were like, okay. We kind of like this more when we were able to just make a movie as a class.
We sucked at making movies.
Yeah. Yes.
Those were god awful.
I mean, the last one we did was fun, but it was because it was intentionally campy.
Yeah.
And also there was a lot more heart in it because we realized this was the last one we're doing. So it was a lot more, have fun with Eddie. But I remember
on 2009 Macs.
Yeah. And then they replaced them with Windows computers that were somehow even worse.
How is that possible?
I have no clue.
And we went back to using the Macs.
Well, for all the creative stuff, yeah. I mean, for the final movie, I just did it...
in Premiere, right?
Yeah, on my home computer.
Yeah. We had that switcher, I looked it up, 2012.
What, it's from 2012?
Which was only 4 years old at that time.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. It was better than any of the ones we had at Buchholz.
Yeah, I really liked the throttle.
The throttle was nice.
Yeah.
And
the green screens was pretty good, too.
Well, it wasn't even a green screen. They just painted the wall green.
No. I'm saying like the chroma key effects on it. I liked that it had physical dials.
Switcher. I don't remember exactly what it was. Let's just scroll images.
Right there.
This is the newer version of it.
Oh.
But.
Wait, no, look, one down. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
What was it when it was new?
What do you mean, what was it when it was
Look up
new?
that right there.
What the
No,
eight?
see the title? Look it up and see what its price was when it was new. Select that text. Oh my God, I said select.
Yeah, and so I clicked it. Is that not selecting?
No. Its daily hire rate is 100 and... What was it when it was brand new? $5,000.
Damn. That's crazy. Well, yeah, because the modern ones are quite costly.
Really?
Yeah, the mini one that I have, which is like shrimply compared to it, and what we also had at Buchholz was like $300-$400.
Ooh.
I mean, we can just look at the ATEM website. They are expensive. Where would it be? Am I stupid? I don't see it. Oh, here. Yeah, these are all the minis, SDIs. Yeah.
Ooh.
3K, 4K, 5K.
And you had to get the rack with it too.
It depends.
We had a rack.
We had a rack, but that's because we ran it through the actual
like copper cables in the...
Yeah, which was crazy thinking back, but...
Well, it ran on the real TVs.
I know, but why did we do that?
Because it was before streaming was good, I guess.
True. We didn't have that set up at all.
Yeah.
And also then having to edit. Yeah, editing is a lot of work that we wouldn't have done.
Oh, absolutely not. And we did it actually live in the 15 minutes before class got started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good time. And I think anything doing it as a live production adds a lot more fun and flair to it.
We had a good time.
Yeah, 100%.
What you were like the only one who actually knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I minorly did switching.
I knew the tech stuff the best out of anyone.
Correct.
So much so that like when it was near the end of the year, like the teacher was kind of asking like questions from me to like make sure that she would know it, and then she proceeded to quit. So it didn't help
Good
at
for
all.
her.
Yeah. Then Kathy knew the audio equipment better than me. But that was like kind of it, just because she did it more.
Yeah. Oh, remember the janky lights?
Lights weren't that janky.
Dude, it was 18 different switches.
Yeah, that's normal.
No, bruh. It should have been on a light board.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was the same way at Buchholz.
Yeah, and it should have been on a light board.
What's a light board?
Like, it's like a board. It looks like just like that soundboard. Light board.
This what you're talking about?
Light control panel.
This?
Look up for stage.
What? Light control panel for stage.
One of those.
Well, yeah, but that's if you're fucking with money.
No, but scroll down. See the Amazon one for DMX? We had one of these.
For theater?
Yeah. And we should have had one for the room, too.
Well, because you guys had like a more professional theater. The
At
way
Lincoln?
Oh, at Lincoln? Was there that in?
We had one of these at if you scroll up, we had an ETC. We had, look at the first image. We had one exactly like that at Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember that.
Yeah, at not at Lincoln, at
Buchholz.
Buchholz, yeah.
Yeah, but it makes sense that Buchholz had it because the theater was a lot more fleshed out.
Yeah.
For us, it was just switches that turned
but we
on
should
and
have
off
had a
the
mini
electrical
DMX
outlets.
board.
Yeah, maybe.
IMO.
That would have been nice if we had funding, which we didn't.
True.
Nor
Dang,
did
I kind of wish some of them were recorded, though. Because sometimes the administration would say some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Do you remember, I was talking with Early last night, and she said there was one time where in 7th grade, remember Miss...
Yeah.
I might have to censor her name, I don't know.
Yeah, you probably should.
As well as... But...
Fuck that walrus. asshole.
Apparently she had some rule about only... Like, she would take off points if you turned in a piece of paper that was, like, not... Like, had cuts out of it or something. And I guess one time I gave her like a very small piece of paper with homework on it and she refused to grade it or something. And I was so fucking pissed. Do you remember this at all?
No, I do not.
I don't either. That sounds like something I would do.
That does sound as petty as you would be.
But I don't remember.
But why
it.
were you mad and why is this important?
Well, we were just talking about old middle school shit.
Bodybuilder.
Yeah.
The middle school boys had a field day with that one.
I mean, was it even like, ooh, hot teacher?
No, it was like, there's no way
It was
she's
like,
actively
this
bodybuilding.
tiny lady
At this
is a
time.
fucking
She was
bodybuilder.
maybe, what, 5'1"?
Yeah, she was fit, but she wasn't fucking shredded.
No, it was like, why are you doing bodybuilding competitions?
Yeah. Dude, I've done so much petty shit over the years.
You have.
I love being petty.
You really do.
I love being petty.
It's quite the experience with you. Yeah. As someone who's very much a let things go person,
dude, I love being petty.
this guy holds
all the
grudges
shit
like unbelievable.
I'm so easy to forgive if you give me an apology, but until you give me that apology, I'll be
like
the
a knife in the
pettiest
back.
motherfucker
It's
ever.
crazy.
All the shit that I pulled at Buchholz,
Unbelievable. You have so much more guts than I do.
that was great. There was,
I was trying to
know,
get into Harvard.
there was so much shit of like, one time we got an anonymous teacher complaint, and so I probably have it somewhere.
No way you have access to that email.
I do have access to that email. You want to bet? You want to
You're
bet?
at gm.sbac.edu.
No, not that email. I have access to the Buchholz email.
Bruh.
The Buchholz at gm.sbac.edu. I'm technically here in my account manager, but assuming they haven't changed the password, I do have access to the actual email. But I do also have access to the whole YouTube channel.
Unbelievable.
I doubt I'll be able to find it here. This was like... shit, when was it? It was like September.
What was the bit that you did?
So we got an anonymous teacher complaint that complaining about how we had one person who had a shirt on that said "I heart hot moms."
Yes, yes.
And so an anonymous teacher complaint that like I think we all kind of guessed who it was, but they were like I think there should be some level of professionalism And you don't have to be as much as like Walter Cronkite, who is like a old TV news reporter. I'm trying to find it by the thumbnail, but I don't know if I'll even be able to tell it apart.
They all the same thumbnail?
I tweaked it slightly. Yeah, here it is. So we got a teacher complaint that was like, it shouldn't be the level of, or like it doesn't need to even be the level of Walter Cronkite, who's this like old TV news reporter who was like the guy who reported that JFK was assassinated.
Dang.
But like, and he was like very level-headed and stuff. But they were like, it doesn't have to be that, but it should be something. And so then out of pure pettiness, the next day I had the anchors dress up in suits and we completely stylized it so that it would be like color graded and everything to fit like an old-timey theme. I did. And it was like, I also think I did different music.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 9th.
I'm dressed
in the
up in
morning
suits. And it was great. And I did a bunch of like old-timey transitions and stuff and had this color effect on the whole time. And then they did the outro the same way that the news anchor did it.
Leading at Newberry at 9:30 a.m.
French, Montana.
22. Jenna and Allison, WCAT Morning News. Good night.
So that was a fun one.
Unbelievably petty.
I'm so fucking petty. And that was also hours of more work because of my pettiness.
Yeah.
Because of adding all this color grading effects, it like slowed down my computer so much. And I tried to emulate, like, look, if you look at the old Walter Cronkite, like, news broadcast, it like has a lot of the like old TV like filter effects on it.
Yeah.
Which is really hard to replicate digitally. The technical term is chromatic aberration, I think. So it was really difficult to try to replicate that. But I did that, or there was also all the shit with having to do word of the day. Or first it was having to do Bobcat Pride.
Bobcat Pride.
Which I also fucking despise.
And you just kept running the same shit.
Yeah, and so I must have, there must be, honestly, it's probably just one of these.
Buchholz has Bobcat Pride.
Oh, there was also this great moment, which was like, oh, we had to read out the Constitution, which was stupid.
That was because it was Constitutional Remembrance Day, right?
Or something like that. There was some day where we had to or it was like a week where we had to talk about like American history facts. And so one of the facts that I used was that like George Washington's teeth were like slave teeth and whatever, which is a real fact. And we got a teacher who came in and complained about it, saying it was misinformation and we should issue a statement retracting it. And so instead I sent him a very long email because he was like, look at this, like look at the Mount Vernon website, which is like the George Washington website. Instead, I sent him a long email being like, nope, you're wrong. Here is from the Mount Vernon website why you're wrong. So if you want, we can release a statement saying that they were probably slave teeth, but we don't know for sure, or we can move on. And he never responded. Where's the Bobcat Pride?
I feel like it was after winter break, no?
Word of the day was after winter break.
Oh.
The Bobcat Pride, maybe it was November.
We're just fully doxing ourselves.
We have already talked about this on the podcast. Oh, so here was, the teacher did a shitty job censoring
right.
I Heart Hot Moms.
It was the what? Send nudes?
No, I Heart Hot Moms.
Oh.
But then everyone thought it was just he was censoring this girl's cleavage.
That's what I thought it was too.
I have to find it. Oh, here was the word of the day. So this I also sabotaged.
A low 42 and 1% chance of rain.
Today's word of the day is cornucopia. Noun. A symbol of plenty consisting of a goat's horn overflowing with flowers, fruit, and corn, used to show an abundant supply of good things.
For today's lunch, there
Yeah, I fucking despise doing word of the day. I want to find the Bobcat
What was
Pride.
Bobcat Pride? Was it like first week?
Maybe. But so that it was, we had to like read out the school acronym for like school spirit. And so, which I also fucking despised. Yeah,
Yes!
here.
Yes.
And so I did a similar thing.
Every day it was the same thing.
But it was every day. We would have a week where it was just the same word over and over again, and we were supposed to change the sentence, but I would so minimally change it, and it was just the most basic sentences ever.
This year, Buchholz has Bobcat Pride. Politeness, responsibility, integrity, determination, and engagement. Politeness. Behavior that is respectful and considerate of others.
His politeness was amazing.
Yeah, and I would just do different.
And
I
it
would
was
do
the
like her
same
politeness was amazing. His politeness was nice. He had very high politeness.
Yeah.
Every single fucking day. Because I hated it. Hated it.
That's
So
funny.
much ridiculous shit.
Show Tuesday or show Wednesday, August 24th. His politeness was amazing. Was the last
130.
one.
Speech and debate is more than just.
Come on.
Buchholz has Bobcat Pride. Politeness, responsibility, integrity, determination, and engagement.
Politeness.
Politeness. Behavior that is respectful and considerate of others.
Her politeness was a good characteristic.
It was just so simple. And then it was like there was one day where it was like
One of them was ridiculously complicated.
Yeah, it was for like the second to last day for engagement or whichever one or something like this. I had my sister come up with like an incredibly long, like well-written linguistic paragraph that like would be found in a poem or something that had it. And I just read it out, still with the same fucking music. God, I hated it so much.
Ding, ding. Dude, but you gotta admit, who was the kid that taught you how to do the WCAT graphics?
He didn't teach me jack shit. Yeah, real shit. He gave me the video files for these, and
How did he make them though?
How did he make them?
Because those were good.
They were good. He like ripped them from like a news broadcasting company that has like that owns multiple different stations up and down the East Coast.
Really?
Yeah. But then, and so he like kind of rebranded it. But then because of that, he would have the copyright still in on them of like copyright Tegna. And he would do like this like Tegna promotion at the end of every show. And so when I took over, I was like, fuck that. If we're ripping it, we're ripping it. Like, I'm not giving them free promo. Fuck that.
Fair. Oh,
No, all he taught me how to do was the like bulletin headlines, which like I pretty much stopped using in senior year because they got to be a lot more work than necessary. He was a fucking asshole to work with. He was fine, but you remember how nuts he drove me.
I do remember.
There were so many instances in that class where it would be people. I would try to do collaborative stuff with people, and they would just be slow with it. Not like slow as in like mentally disabled. Slow as in like taking too long, unreasonably. And I was like, "What the fuck? I will do the majority of this work for you."
Yeah.
You need like a stress ball to play with during these episodes because you always need to fiddle with something.
Crush it. That was the only thing I liked about slime. When my sister was really into slime.
So you could fiddle
Just
with it,
punch it in its canister.
like oobleck.
Yeah, but it was always hard. Kind of like me.
Hey yo.
Pause.
Dude, I did so much petty shit. I lived for the petty shit.
You did.
Because even for that Walter Cronkite thing, no one fucking understood it.
Not a soul.
Everyone was like, what was up with the news today? And it'd be like, yeah, so like, the guy, teacher complained, blah, 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 blah. Or there was after we got in trouble for being like too goofy and they wanted us to be more serious, I then, because of that, made a whole 3-part video essay about how bad COVID was. That was so in-depth that we got the district to get pissed at us.
Just unreasonable.
And then I also did shit where I like slowed the music down, decreased the saturation.
Yeah.
Told the anchors to act more depressed on camera.
General ass.
Yeah.
You're kind of like a moody Latina.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
Unreasonably petty to the 100th degree.
Yeah, but I'm always creative with my pettiness, which is fun. If
it
I
doesn't
wasn't
make you any less obtuse.
no, but if I wasn't creative with it, it wouldn't be as entertaining.
It's entertaining to you. To the people who are you being petty to, it's not very.
No, it's not entertaining to them, but I don't give a shit about them. They're being obtuse. Dude, making us in fucking high school read out a word of the day every day, that's moronic. Word of the day, moronic. It was so ridiculous. So that's why even when, like, I was originally thinking they were going to give up. And so when they didn't give up, I was like, okay, I'll clean this up a little bit, but I'm not having the anchors read it out. Like, so I just had it on screen for like 5 seconds and then I got rid of it.
Yeah. What else would you put on there, though?
Hmm?
What would you put on there instead of word of the day? Or would you just make
You just
it shorter?
don't do it.
Would you just make the news shorter then?
Yeah. We were supposed to be at 10 minutes every day. We didn't fucking hit 10 minutes every day. There's just sometimes not a lot of shit to say. And some days there is a lot of shit to say. And I'm not going to keep repeating announcements for like a month from now because that gives myself more work to do.
Man, you remember when it would be a big-ass deal if we didn't have the lunch printed out?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the lunch? Somebody get that lunch printed.
Yeah.
The lunch changed.
I mean, we would just write it out.
Dude, Lincoln Middle School used to have the most fire oven-baked chicken that was untouchable.
Yeah, because it's on that side of town.
That's an odd statement to say, but it was so good. So good. I would go back and take somebody else's card to get seconds because I was a very major fatty. But it was so good. But the problem is that sometimes they would let it sit if you had second lunch. I had second lunch. So it would sit, and sometimes it would get a little soggy on the bottom, but you could just remove the
What
skin,
do you mean
and then it
you
was
had second lunch?
A and B lunch.
We didn't have A and B lunch in middle school.
8th grade, 2nd grade, 8th.
They were just different time
6th,
slots.
7th. Yeah, we were the second lunch.
No, but you never had a repeat lunch.
But
Sixth
they
grade
made
wa-
all the lunches in the morning. They didn't make new shit. It would just stay in a warmer.
Okay,
So if you had second lunch, you had a longer period.
yeah, but there's also third lunch. You're setting it up like there's only 2 lunches that you can be in. It
No,
was the
but I'm
6th
saying-
grade
I
had lunch
said,
at one point.
for
The
example,
7th grade.
If you had second lunch, it
Okay,
would get a little soggy
sure.
on the bottom.
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say, pal.
Go kill yourself.
Okay.
Jump, backflip, barrel roll, hit. You know what I mean? Anyways, that
Indubitably.
chicken. I used to only eat school lunch, and it was incredible.
And then we would pour it all into a single milk carton.
And drink.
I never drank that. I never drank that. I think that's like a universal middle school boy experience from what I've heard.
And it's a foundational one.
Yeah. So that you can all just...
Your foundation of manhood was drinking that even though you didn't want to and bottling away the pain of the hot sauce.
Did you drink it?
Yes.
I never drank it.
You're a lame person.
I was a bitch. I would never touch that.
Yeah. Middle school lunch was so good, and then it all went to pieces in high school, and I had to start making my own lunch. I used to have salami butter sandwiches because it was all I knew how to make.
I'd have my mommy make me lunch.
On whole wheat bread.
Ugh.
Mm.
Every day?
You were there.
Yeah.
9th grade lunch.
You would sometime have like leftovers.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah.
Remember what level of respect did we have for ourselves? We used to shove 9 people at a table made for 4.
We did that for 1 year.
Why?
Because we had a lot of friends.
But
Loose
we
friends.
shouldn't have done that. We should have had more respect for ourselves.
Well, what are you going to do?
My
Just-
butt cheeks were constantly off the edge of that.
What are you going to do? Just have someone not sit with you?
Yes.
Well, that's a bummer.
High schoolers are always so afraid to hurt other people's feelings. Womp, womp.
Well, do you want to be the one person that gets excluded?
Who cares? I got YouTube.
Yeah, but
No thoughts in this brain.
in 9th grade, it's
no
different.
thoughts.
In 9th grade, it's different.
Still had no thoughts in 9th grade.
No, in
Would
9th
have
grade,
watched YouTube.
in 9th grade, it's different. You feel more like it matters how you're perceived. I mean, I still
It's
was fucking
all
up in my head about that
BS.
for a while. That's why, like, I hated the idea of not eating outside the TV room. Because I was like, this is my zone. You remember, every single day in junior and senior year, we ate in the TV room.
And it was nice.
Yeah, because it was nice and there was AC and everything.
Oh,
And we could watch YouTube videos.
microwaves. We used to watch some banger
There was no
videos.
microwave.
Yeah, we got in the teacher's room.
Did you use it?
Yes.
I don't remember that you used it, but that's funny
Yes.
that you did.
Yeah. Think I had cold spaghetti with you?
Yes.
Nah, dog. I did sometimes, but most of the time it was heated.
I don't remember that. Maybe.
Anyways, what was I about to say?
YouTube. And
Used to watch some banger videos.
yeah, fucking newest Mr. Beast, pop it on.
Yeah.
Some video essay about whatever, pop it on. Movie
Eddie-
trailer. Eddy Burback, yeah.
Oh, there was an Eddy Burback video. God. Missed that podcast. Every time I think about it, it's just a painful experience.
Have you ever gone back and listened to it?
They're so good.
Answer the question. Have you ever gone?
Yeah.
You have? Does it hold up?
Yeah.
Really?
They're still funny.
I don't know. I've never gone back and listened.
But that's because you hold a disdain for them.
No, it's not
I
even
hold a
that.
disappointment.
It's not even necessarily that. I mean, true, but that's not why I haven't gone back. I haven't gone back just because I feel like they won't have aged well. Not like there's like jokes that like you can't make anymore, but I feel like just the humor might be different.
Dog. Boys support boys.
Yeah.
Such a good message.
Yeah.
Because it's clear he wasn't supporting women.
Yes. He was very much not supporting
Not
women.
supporting the women.
Well, he would rather go out drinking than support his woman. Remember that?
Yeah. Crazy. What is Eddy Has Eddy Burback dropped a video recently?
He has the 2 channel now.
2 channels.
Yeah.
You mean the one with his brother?
Yes.
That's not his channel. Not the same style.
Well, yeah. It's a pretty similar style. If anything, it's closer to his old style than his current style is.
But I like his new style.
Yeah, his new style's good.
Eddy Burback. It's been 2 months, dog. Pick up the pace. To be fair, that is just him. He just releases
That
a
is
video
just him.
every 6 months.
Yeah.
God, the margarita videos are so funny, though. The eating at every place is so good.
Are they funny or entertaining?
Both.
But are you like laugh out louding at them?
I'm chuckling. The bits are funny.
Yeah. It's like they entertain me, but I wouldn't, it's not like audible laughing.
I like the Deceptive World of Ghost Kitchens. That was a good video.
Yeah, that was a good video. That was just like a fucking, that was more of a video essay than like a funny commentary video.
essay.
No, I remember watching that video and trying to model a lot of the Gossip Accounts video off of that.
Because it's a great video.
Yeah, because it was a well mix of lighthearted and serious.
Yeah, for real. Do I like his mustache? Not really.
I think it's better than not.
Really?
Yeah, he looks like a baby without it.
No, I'm saying keep the shadow, but the mustache is aggressive.
Yeah, maybe a little lighter.
Maybe that's just me being jealous
Maybe.
as a man who can't grow anything.
You should go to Turkey and have them do hair surgery on you.
No. That's pretty terrible.
Either nut up or shut up.
I didn't say I didn't say I wanted it. I said I can't.
You can't.
Can't always get what you want.
I get it too much.
Yeah, I'd rather have less hair than more. Except for on my head.
Factual.
Yeah.
Dude, I may go bald eventually. That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's why you should style your hair well while you have it.
Hey, I didn't shampoo when I showered last night. Yeah. You give me that look, but like all the women in my life have been saying don't shampoo daily because it's bad for your hair.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Yeah. So I didn't shampoo last night. I just washed it with water. We're making some progress.
I meant get a haircut.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What?
I don't know if I can do the fundraiser by the end of the summer.
Why?
Because when I would most realistically be able to do it is end of August,
And
which is
I'm gone.
when and everyone is fucking busy. You are gone. Everyone else will be moving in and stuff.
Dang.
So I think
Why can't you do it sooner?
because then I wouldn't be able to do the SPAC video.
Fair enough.
And I want to do that first.
Fair enough. See, that's what I mean when he says he holds a grudge. This man hasn't been in this school system for 2 years.
No. A year.
By the time this video drops, 2 years.
Don't quite know about that, but
exactly.
sure.
But this incident occurred at least a year and a half ago now.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a lot to be said with it.
I agree, but also like the only reason he's doing this video is because he has a strifeful disdain for this county.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's also a lot to be said.
No, it's a horribly run county, considering the wealth of the schools around us.
And how the whole point is that they just don't allocate any money for mental health stuff compared
Or
to how
to
much
anything.
they should. Yeah. So much of it goes to salaries and things.
Yeah. Which is like good.
Yeah, but the administrators don't need that much money.
I agree.
What are they doing? It's the whole thing you were saying on a previous episode of if there's money that gets to be lost in a company, it should be taken out of the CEO's
From the
paycheck.
administrators. Yeah, I agree. But also, it's like we need more money to get teachers to even want to be teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's salary increases for teachers, not for like
Yeah. I see what you mean.
admin.
Yeah.
The admin can goof off. They can go for fucking golf trips in the middle of the week and be fine.
That's true. In theory, so could a teacher,
Yeah, if they have PTO.
which they are allocated some every year.
Yeah, but an administrator can do it and get away with it.
Yeah. God, substitute teachers are so useless. You know, substitute teachers used to actually teach?
Well, yeah, if there's like a long-term sub.
No, I mean like gone for 2 days teachers used to actually teach. My dad said back in the 60s.
Yeah, I doubt that. Maybe, but I doubt it's full comprehensive teaching. It's probably as much as like teaching as we get now, where they just get like a filler lesson plan.
No, but they don't get a filler lesson plan. They watch a movie.
Yeah, some teachers, but some teachers will fucking work on a worksheet.
Yeah, no, but like they used to like explain concepts.
Maybe.
Like these have substitute teachers for like the chemistry department.
Oh, that's interesting.
Crazy, right? Like it wasn't general.
Yeah, but that would take more work from the district, which they don't want to do.
Yeah.
They have to have people on payroll, like, or on standby.
I'd
who
love
are
that we use a
ready.
temping agency though.
Do we really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like you notice they're not SPAC employees.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're from a temping agency. Which is why there's such a wealth of differences.
It was a fucking every single day you walk into class and there's a substitute teacher. It's a roll of a
Roll
dice.
of the dice, baby. It was one of the greatest games of the lottery to
Which
play.
one you're getting and how entertained you'll be for the rest.
Are
of the
you
day.
getting Mohammed?
Yeah, Mr. Muhammad.
Mr. Muhammad was one of the greatest people of all time.
Dude, I had the idea. This was
Or
either
are
my
you-
idea or Vega's idea, but doing like a deep dive into Mr. Muhammad
That guy had what, 3 degrees?
or something.
Something ridiculous.
Doing like a full interview sit down with him, I feel like would be a lot of fun.
Oh, you'd have to put subtitles of everything.
Yeah. But like just
God, he was cool.
getting him to ramble about shit.
Oh my God.
What was his thing about like he would always say
Always
his
said
like
the same fact.
yeah, it was like his
How to
thesis for his biology
Yes,
thing.
and it was basically he determined how to like tell like
Something about ears and
Yeah,
fur or
yeah.
wings or something.
it
And
was
mammals.
the ears. If they're a mammal or some sort of classification, they have their ears that are sticking out, and if not, their ears are in
inside the head.
yeah.
Endoskeleton.
And that motherfucker would say that every day you saw him,
He would.
and it was like he had never seen you before.
Mm-hmm. Because in his brain he hadn't.
He had no idea who you were.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? And
And
he
then
would
he
write
would-
in the worst handwriting possible.
Mm-hmm. So
And
he
he
would
taught at
always have
UF.
it on a slideshow or something
Yes.
instead.
Ugh, incredible.
Yeah.
And then you would just have terrible substitute teachers.
Yeah. I mean, there were the
And then you had
ones
the ones that you could take advantage of and get a pass out.
there were the ones that just didn't do anything and didn't give a shit. But there were also the ones who were actively problems.
Yeah.
Like there was that lady in middle school who was just like racist to the Asian girls.
Yeah, dude. Dr. Brown. Do you remember the guy whose whole job was to just yell at us at lunch? At Lincoln?
Yeah.
And he would just get on the mic and say, sit down! But that was his only job.
Yeah.
Name, you can send Dean. His name was, it wasn't a dean, it was Mr.
No, I think he was supposed to be a dean.
But he was never an AC, he was never on the website.
Was he really?
He didn't have an ACPS email. He was volunteer.
You think he just came in as a bundle with the school?
Probably, honestly. That school's so old.
He was probably there since it was founded.
Probably there since it was a high school.
He just showed up one day. And then he never left.
But his whole job was to sit there and yell at us.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get that job.
Your throat must hurt by the end of it.
I know we had a microphone.
I know, but still.
They used to separate us by gender
I know.
and section.
That's ridiculous. You have to think that they had those sections there to separate the two programs, right? Like originally.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You have to think that.
Even then, they mostly filtered in where the booths.
Well, no, all the tables, everything was you would sit with your friends, but because you only make friends in your classes and the two programs are in different classes, it would be that like essentially
It was filtered.
Yeah, it would be self-segregation.
Crazy. That school was nuts.
Yeah.
I hated it there.
Yeah. I mean,
worst time of my life.
I'm planning on talking about it all in the video.
Lincoln was the worst experience I ever had.
I think that's a lot of people's middle school experiences.
Yeah, I recognize that. Still, it sucked.
Yeah. That shit was a mess.
Fuck you, Miss Shannon.
Miss Shannon?
What was her name? Fuck.
I was talking about this with Early last night. That, like, I know you'll still defend that photo. Even
That
though
photo is in a great. That is a great.
I
edit.
know. Even though you were kind of in the wrong in it all, you'll still defend it.
Suck it up. You look like Danny DeVito.
Not even you look. It's just like you got a Photoshop of you with Danny DeVito. Reading, it's like
There could be worse things, and that's pretty funny.
yeah, it's reading into it too much to even internalize it as I look like Danny DeVito, and that is shameful.
Yeah. And she did.
What? Look like her? Yeah. Yeah, I clocked that from the first day I saw her. I was the one
It's
who
your
coined that.
idea.
Yeah, it was my idea, and you were the one who brought it to life.
In TV production, which is why it was the only class that held me together.
That's an iconic photo.
God, it's so good. And I always lose it, but Jake somehow has it on deck every time I text him. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're just like, can I have the photo? And I'm like,
and within
I know.
5 minutes, it's right there in full quality. It's
I may
incredible.
send you the pee time photo first as a joke, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's so great.
Why not just heart it on your phone so you don't?
I don't want to save that shit.
Why?
I don't know. What if it comes back to bite me? So I edited this photo of this dumb lady who was 4'9"
We've
on a good
explained
day.
this before, I think.
I don't think I have.
On here?
And I got ISD for 3 days.
Yeah.
And a referral. My mom thought I was never going to go to Harvard. Take that, Ivy League. I'm a rebel.
It was a decent shot. Pretty decent shot.
3 chins. All uniform. Good blend. Hair stayed the same.
Yeah.
Probably one of my better Photoshops.
Probably one of the best out of anyone in that class. We made some shitty ass
Oh my
photoshops that
God.
we were convinced were good.
We were so bad at it.
Yeah.
Remember the orange and the apple?
Yes. I put Trump's like features on an orange and then Taylor Swift's on an apple. I probably have those photos. I'll put them on screen.
Because it was Trump. Trump was elected.
Yeah, he was freshly in
6th
office.
grade.
Yeah.
Ah. What a time.
We made so many shitty photoshops in that class.
What a time.
I think now, like, I would blow those out of the water, but like,
What a time.
yeah.
So funny. The Taylor Swift apples is probably still good though.
No, it's not.
I think it probably is.
No, it's not.
I think it's probably pretty fun.
Those are. I'll see if I can find it. Actually, I may have.
You think this will be in your Google Drive?
Probably.
I imported all of my stuff from my drive.
I did too.
I lost it all.
Dude, it was so much of a fucking pain to import
Really
it all.
was. Yeah.
School.
Your naming scheme has stayed the same.
No, I've
Barf, Blecky,
I don't label shit as barf, blecky, I am equally petty though. I named those that because I hated that we had to do those as like promotional things for testing.
It would be 2016. No? Oh no, I was in the class, so it wouldn't be.
I mean, maybe. I didn't even.
Look at that terrible Photoshop.
I didn't even sort these properly.
98 degrees.
Well, I mean, I have it in the yearbook because we put it in the yearbook.
We put it in the yearbook?
Pretty sure for the last year. I don't remember 2018 or 2018 or 2019, whichever one is older that I have. Nice. Yeah, we have
mouse 1 and 2 here.
Yeah, I have most of my books in there. Yeah, we put like most of our Photoshops in there.
Really?
Yeah, except for that for yours.
We should have put it in there.
We couldn't have gotten away with that.
We couldn't have. We probably could have hit it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did George Clooney in a hat?
Yeah, that one was rough. Oh, it was Taylor Swift on an orange.
Taylor Swift on an orange.
And then Trump on the apple. Yeah, tell me that fucking Photoshop holds up. Look at that. That Taylor Swift orange one. That does not hold up.
I kind of like it. Javion. That guy sucked.
Yeah, he was a bit of a obtuse idiot. Even that class ended up self-segregating when you think about it. Remember?
Yeah, because they sucked and they didn't want to do it.
Yeah, so in 8th grade, we had like an influx of new kids. And I'm just going to take photos of it and put them on screen. Okay, or you can do that. We had an influx of new kids. And so what our teacher's idea was to split into 2 groups. And so have it be like one group would do the news for 1 week and then we would switch off. And then like have the other group then like do like creative projects and we would switch back and forth. But because all of us were friends from our other classes and had already been in the class, we were like one group. And then all these new kids who frankly didn't really want to be in that class that much, but were just sorted into it, were in the other group. So it ended up just kind of like self-segregating again. And then like half of them dropped out halfway through the year.
Good.
So then we were still stuck with it for the rest of it. They're not dropped out. They dropped out of the elective because they were butting heads a lot with the teacher.
Because they were not attentive.
Yeah. So then we just took over.
Good, terrible times.
It is funny thinking back how like I effectively ran 2 different TV production programs.
For 3 and 4 years, respectively.
3 and 2 years, respectively.
What about the first 2? Did you not do TV production for the first 2 years? Really?
You always forgot this. Yeah.
What did you do sophomore and
Freshman
sophomore year was COVID.
Freshman year, I did the fucking theater, improv, and movie history class that Ted did, which I fucking despised because everyone in that class was like a full-blown theater kid and I was a film kid, which I at that moment realized there is a large distinction between the two.
Yeah.
And so I fucking hated that class because of it, because it was so much theater improv, which is like fun, but it's not like actually learning. And it was also a class that like all the theater kids would take just because they ran out of theater kids or theater classes to take. And so I took that freshman year. Then sophomore year, I stayed digital. And so I did the like digital media class, which was like learning Photoshop and Illustrator. And then junior year, I double elective with the second digital media and then TV production. And then senior year, I did the third digital media and TV production.
Mad lad.
And then also senior year, I had 2 free periods pretty much that I just spent on TV production.
I don't know how you did that though.
I had one for, well, I finished a lot of my credits early, I think.
But how did you get a free period like assigned?
Because I got my credits early, I guess. I
But
don't
there's
know.
like I don't know how they didn't. I don't know how they just let you like not show up for the first 2 periods.
Well, they only let me not show up for the first period because it was a free period because I got all my classes done. And so they won't, if you do enough of your shit, they're not going to give you anything. So like I did the like PE requirement over the summer beforehand to get it done so that or else I would have had to take it digitally in person in a computer lab every day. And that fucking blows.
Yeah.
And so it's like I had all my elective credits and stuff, but we were worried about the idea of me taking 2 free periods and then getting away with that for college applications. So I only had 1 free period. And then I had an art class, but I had to deal with the art teacher where I would just check in every day and she would let me go to TV production.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is unbelievable? That I've got a flight to go to Bermuda. See ya!